Hi, I'm Mark Feuerbacher from Universal Imports, and I just wanted to share some insights on our first few months working with Chris Cotton. So we've been in business for 40 years. We're in Rochester, New York. We have what I like to think is a pretty successful independent import shop. We sell cars, we have a body shop, and we do service. I started listening to Chris Cotton's podcast, the Weekly Blitz, and that's really been very insightful. And then I ran into Chris at the SEMA show in November in Vegas, and Chris and I started talking, and the next month we employed Chris, and he became our coach. And you can share ideas with someone. Chris is a great listener. He forces you to input your data into a system so that you can look at that stuff. And what it does is it just creates this accountability to somebody and then be able to work through things with them. And Chris has already given us so many great ideas that we've implemented like almost instantly. And I find out, like my son, who's our service manager, we get off the phone with Chris. He's so excited for the day. We've started with weekly meetings that we never were able to get off the ground before. Finding ways to be more efficient and get better productivity in the shop. And Chris had asked me to share some of my thoughts. And here's what I can say, is in 40 years, we've almost never had a profitable January. January has always been a sort of a doom and gloom month, and you know, we just always kind of settled in on the fact that that's the way it is. But after talking to Chris for a couple months and gearing up for this January, we set ourselves a goal, but this is the first time that we have had a monumental, amazing January, up there with some of the best months of previous years. And so it's got us so excited for 2024. And I tell you what, I think like the best money I've ever spent is working with Chris Cotton. So if you're thinking about working with Chris, I highly recommend Chris. He just has a good way of looking at things, a good way of getting you motivated. And he still has things that he can teach, you know, someone who's been doing this for 40 years. A lot of it I already know, but sometimes you just need someone to poke you and tell it to you again. So I definitely recommend Chris Cotton. Our team loves him. My service guys are really into it. So that's our story. So I'm hoping to be able to talk to you maybe in a year and tell you how great 2024 came out.